It's another edition of Storytime with Jeanne Ryan. This is a holiday edition. So we're going to go back quite a few years. I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, and we went to my mom's side of the family for Thanksgiving in Chicago. And so my dad always dreaded going to see my mom's side of the family. They were all super loud and boisterous and backslappers. That's what I like to call them. But for me, it was always kind of fun because it was totally different than my dad's side of the family. So we went down there to my Uncle Jack's house in Chicago, and they had a split-level house. So all us kids were down in the basement, which was perfect for the parents because there was a whole slew of us. And so we're down there. Everybody's up cooking, getting ready. All the kids were all downstairs. Well, they had a roll-away bed for some reason, a guest bed or something. So my brothers found it in the closet, this rollaway bed, and it was locked on top. And so for some reason, thankfully they didn't think of me because I was the littlest out of all the cousins. They grabbed my sister Ann, opened the bed, so unlocked it, pushed her down into the bed, and then they folded it back up and locked it. So all that was sticking out was her face and her feet. Otherwise, she was completely stuck like this inside this mattress. Well, I did have a sense of horror at first, like, wow, that's awful. But then to just kind of add to it, my brothers and my cousins tickled her feet and made her pee her pants. So she's not only locked in this mattress, they made her pee her pants. All of a sudden we hear my mom go, "Kids, dinner's ready." So I kind of looked at my sister for a couple seconds. She's my older sister. I was the youngest. And she kind of looked at me. She's like, "Don't leave me here. Don't leave me here." And she's crying and crying and crying as my brothers grab my shirt and go, "You better come on. Don't say a word." So I kind of was semi-dragged up the steps. There we're sitting at the kids' table. I can't even eat because I can hear my sister through the floor screaming top of her lungs. So I'm just kind of messing with my food. My brothers give me the stink eye huge, both of them. Just like, don't even think about it. Don't say a word. And so we go through the whole entire meal. Nobody even notices my sister Ann's not there. That's how many kids there were. And with 5 of us, I guess that happened where my mom and dad just didn't notice anything. So finally we're about to get dessert. And I just lose it. I just start laughing because I can still hear my sister wailing downstairs. Finally, my mom goes, "Where's Ann?" So the whole entire kids' table, we just bust out laughing. My dad shoots me the look out of all of us because he knows I'm going to get it out of Jeanne. And so I couldn't hold it in anymore. I'm like, "She's locked in a bed in the basement." And my brothers both look at me like, it's going to be the longest ride home you ever had in your life. So all the adults go downstairs. There's my sister. She is beet red, soaked with tears, peed her pants. They unlock the mattress. And so she comes upstairs. She's crying. My dad gives us a look like, oh man, that's it. So then my brothers are giving me the look too. So I just ran off into the other room with my younger cousins because I didn't want anything to do with it. So my poor sister had to borrow our cousin Jenny a pair of pants to ride home. It's about an hour and a half back to Milwaukee. We get in the car. It was instantly, we're so embarrassed. How could you have done this to your poor sister? You're all in trouble. You're all grounded. And here again, in our family truckster, I'm facing the wrong way. Hence why I'm so car sick to this day. So I'm not facing my family. You can hear a pin drop in our car, which has never happened ever. So finally, we're about halfway home, and my sister turns around, and she's saying how I hate all of you, and you're super mean. I went out of this family. As I raise my hand, I go, "I went out too." And that went over pretty well too. So when we got home, we all got in trouble. And then my brothers threatened me a good 10 days after that of, "You better not be alone," because I'm the one who ratted out the whole scene. So just a little word to the wise. Kids, don't try this at home. Don't lock your siblings up in a rollaway bed because it's pretty awful. And now that as an adult, when I look back on it, she could have probably had like permanent internal injuries or something being smushed. Because it's not supposed to hold a person inside. Not at all. Not a 12-year-old kid, nobody. And so to this day, we also kind of laugh about it, of the Thanksgiving in Chicago. And funny thing, we never went back for Thanksgiving after that. Or if we did go visit my cousins, it wasn't the whole crew of us. And definitely no rollaway bed.
Hitting your head with it. All right.
Dog.